All right, here now to react is Republican Congressman Michael Burgess from Texas. What is wrong with this bill? Nancy Pelosi says she wants to negotiate directly with drug companies. What's wrong with that?
Well, first off, it's not a negotiation. Last night in the Rules Committee, Frank Pallone, who's the chairman of the Energy and Commerce Committee I serve on, said, yeah, we just want to negotiate, but we're going to need a club to bring people to the table. Well, I'm sorry, that's not a negotiation. You don't negotiate people with weapons. You negotiate people with facts, with it being an honest exchange of back and forth. But this was going to be a taking by the federal government of 95% of the gross receipts of a pharmaceutical company if they did not deliver the price that was requested by the federal government. That's no negotiation. That's
okay,
a taking. It's illegal, in fact, under the Constitution.
But Americans watching this right now would say, you know, what's wrong with lowering drug prices, though? They're already so high. Why can't they lower them?
Not a problem with lowering drug prices. In fact, the Republican amendment, the nature of a substitute, that received 201 votes on the House floor. So it was a number of Democrats voted. What's the difference between the two plans? Why is one a club? Go ahead. A 95% excise tax is probably the biggest difference. Yes, the Republican bill did require Part D Medicare reform. Yes, it did cap out-of-pocket expenses in Part D in the Medicare space. Fixed a problem that the Democrats created with a cliff in the so-called donut hole. It capped insulin prices at $50 a month. And of course, all of the work that we've been doing all year, bipartisan, bicameral, on FDA reform, in order to speed generics to be able to get generic products to the market at a lower price at a faster rate. You know, one of the biggest news items today is the Senate confirms the new FDA director, Dr. Hahn. We've been with only an acting director for about a year. Dr. Gottlieb, when he was at the FDA, really pushed the approval of generic drugs, and in the 18 months Dr. Gottlieb was there, I forget the top number, but it was well over 1,000 new generic drugs that were approved. This is the reason that President Trump can point to and say drug price spending reduced over the last year for the first time in decades.
Okay, so if Nancy Pelosi is able to dictate the price on 50 drugs per year for Medicaid users, why does that mean that new things won't be developed? There's still, outside of that, they could sell to other people. It's only 50 drugs a year.
Well, actually, the way the law is written is it would apply to people covered in the commercial insurance market as well. So there have been a number of people, Congressional Budget Office, the Council of Economic Advisors, who have looked at the reduction in new products that might occur as a result of this legislation. They disagree about the number of reductions, but everyone agrees that the number of new products will go down. 15 from the Congressional Budget Office over the next 10 years, 100 by the Council of Economic Advisors. The thing is, after we passed the Cures bill 3 years ago, this was a big deal, and there are new things that are coming over the horizon into the market at a much more rapid clip. Why would we want to stop that? If we've got the next cure for a very expensive disease, why wouldn't we want that to be developed?
Congressman Burgess, thank you for your time. I wish we had more. Thanks.